Hello everyone, my name is Rafi Ananda from Science 7 number 24. Here I'm gonna review a movie titled The Garden of Words. The Garden of Words or Kotonoha No Niwa in Japanese is a Japanese animated film that directed by Makoto Shinkai. The movie itself were animated by CoMix Wave Films Studio and distributed by Toho Company. This film first premiered on 28th of April 2013 as a part of Gold Coast Film Festival in Australia, and was later released to the public on 31 of May 2013 in Japan. This film follows the story of Takao Akizuki, an aspiring 15-year-old shoemaker, and Yukari Yukino, a mysterious 27-year-old woman. Beware, this review contains spoilers for the movie. After this, I'm gonna tell you the plot of the movie. At the beginning of Tokyo's rainy season, a teenage high school student, Takao Akizuki, wants to work as a shoemaker. Takao decided to skip his class due to rain and go to a park in Shinjuku to dry shoes. There, he encounters Yukari Yukino, a 27-year-old woman who has been missing work. The two then proceed to meet on rainy mornings at the same park. Yukari then expresses to Takao her keen interest in his ability to draw shoes. Takao intends to build her a pair of shoes based on Yukari's foot measurements. But on the other hand, the rainy season has ended, and Takao has also started to stop visiting the park and focus on his part-time job. After summer vacation ends, Takao returns to school and accidentally sees Yukari, who is walking down the hall. Yukari turns out to be a literature teacher at Takao's school, who becomes the subject of bullying by her students. Yukari had been skipping work all this time, and was alone in the park, hoping that she could overcome her inner fear. However, Yukari finally decides to quit her job and leave school. Takao then goes to the park and finds Yukari, who is also there. The weather then became dark and cloudy. A great rain and storm then fell, and their clothes became wet. Yukari then invites Takao to her apartment to dry her wet clothes. They then spend time together that afternoon by eating together while chatting. Takao suddenly expresses his feelings for Yukari. However, Yukari reminds him that she is a teacher, and soon she will return to his hometown of Shikoku. With an answer like that, Takao immediately said goodbye and go home. Realizing her mistake, Yukari chases after him, only to find him on the stairs. Takao, who is still annoyed, then takes his likes out on her, and tells her why he's so secretive and won't open up. Yukari then hugs Takao, and reveals that being with him in the park has saved her from fear. And that's the movie's plot. After that, I'm going to review the good and the bad side of this movie. The film depicts the atmosphere and the interaction between the two characters in a stunning way. Speaking of visuals, Makoto Shinkai has been known to use visuals in his work to tell a story, rather than having the characters explain the exposition. Therefore, the animation and visuals of this film play a role that is just as important as the characters. For example, usually whenever rain is shown in films, it is a sign that things are going to become worse. However, Makoto Shinkai used rain differently, as when it is raining, it is an escape for our characters from reality. The beauty of the garden, while it is raining, makes rain seem pleasant and beautiful, and it is where our characters are at their best. Makoto Shinkai's film also have minimal dialogue and thoughts narrated because he uses visual atmosphere to show emotions. From the dripping of rain on the ground to the trees blowing in the light wind. It is very beautiful, but the relationship between the characters are not developed well enough because their interaction and dialogues are somewhat lacking, although they are often sitting together under the shelter. I feel that more could have been said by the character. Although Makoto Shinkai's style is supposed to be subtle, I feel that there is just isn't enough being explained by the characters. In the end, their characters don't develop much and their relationship doesn't go anywhere.